All right, good morning everybody. My name is Robert Gutierrez. I'm the operations manager for Rainbow Municipal Water District. And just going to cover a couple quick housekeeping items before I turn it over to the general manager for Rainbow. The restrooms over here to my left, underneath the stairs, they do have water that works inside there. You just have to make sure that the door's closed all the way and locked, and you'll be able to use the toilets and wash your hands. Behind these vehicles here, there's a couple coolers, there's bottled water, and there's Powerades there. That's for everybody here, including you guys in the back there. I'd like to really thank everybody for coming out to this event. This is a very unique and the first time for San Diego County to have this type of tank in our system. Today we're going to actually have Copter 12 come in at noon. They're going to take some water out of the tank and they're actually going to drop it here in the rock area. Hopefully we can get 2 passes. So for the media, if you need to get really good B-roll of that, you're more than welcome to go on top of this tank. There's stairs to get to the top, okay? And there's safety railing all the way around, so it's extremely safe up there. When the helicopter does come in, we'd like to keep everybody back in this direction. We're going to take these canopies down. We've had the helicopter come in once before as a trial run. When they're over there at the tank, the wind is minimal at this distance, so it's not too big of a deal. There might be some dust that gets blown this way, so just to make everybody aware of that. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to our general manager, Tom Kennedy.
Thank you, Robert. I again want to welcome everybody to this dedication event we're having for the county's first purpose-built rapid aerial water supply, or as we like to call it, the heli hydrant. It really wouldn't be possible without the participation and cooperation with North County Fire and CAL FIRE, with the Rainbow Water District working together on this. A lot of people don't know that that's what we do a lot, but they don't see it because it's behind the scenes. And so I think it's one of the ways that government agencies can work together to serve our communities in a better way. So we have a number of people here who will like to make some comments. We'll have our board president, Hayden Hamilton, over here. Pam Moss is one of our board members. I don't think she's going to speak. Tony Meacham with CAL FIRE, Keith McReynolds with North County Fire, Crystal Jabara with Supervisor Desmond's office. I don't know if he just got here, Corey there's Corey with Assemblymember Waldron's office. And we're expecting John Mendez from Supervisor Jones' office, but I think he's been delayed getting here, maybe got lost. We also have Carrie Dale, who's the Utilities Director with City of Oceanside. She works for the city, but she lives in this area, so she has a particular interest. But I also want to recognize my staff members for their work in getting this done and coordinating with CAL FIRE and North County Fire to get this thing up and running in the brief amount of time we had. One other thing we're going to do here today for our speakers is, as you saw when you came in, the flags were the key core values of Rainbow Municipal Water District. I've got a challenge coin here. We have a lot of military members in our employment, and we have challenge coins that highlight the things that we're dedicated to for our community. And so as each of you speakers come up, that don't already have a coin, I know Hayden's already got one, we'll have you, I'll give you a coin when you come up. So with that, I won't take up any more of your time, and Hayden, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. We really do find this to be an exciting opportunity for the community. I want to thank everyone for being here today. This day represents the culmination of the months of work done by Rainbow and working with our partners CAL FIRE and North County Fire Protection District. And it's truly been a group effort to make this thing happen, but it's had tremendous support within this group to make it happen. Another reality of our region is wildfires. Obviously, with the current climate conditions we have today, it's an ongoing issue, particularly in the rural areas. Sometimes people forget that a big part of a water district's responsibility is to provide for fire protection capabilities to our local firefighting agencies. This is particularly true out here in North County, where control of wildfires is a real challenge, and these gentlemen back here have been pretty busy the last couple of months. The large tank behind me was sized to provide for fire protection. Not only provide water to our local ratepayers, but also make sure that we have sufficient water and water pressure to help the firefighters fight the fires. We're dedicating this facility. It's the first facility specially designed to provide water for our helicopter firefighting. And that's one of the primary tools that's being used in the rural areas for attacking fires. Getting water onto wildfires from the air is a key part of modern firefighting in our region. This first step is just that, a first step. We're already at Rainbow talking with the general managers about where can we put other heli tanks. And obviously we'll be working in coordination with CAL FIRE and North County Fire Protection on those sightings of those tanks. We encourage our regional and state level leaders to help fund more of these throughout not only our district, but around the county. This is truly a unique opportunity to provide additional protection for our residents in these rural areas. Having these facilities in large numbers will be an investment that will pay dividends in homes saved, lives not lost, and peace of mind for our communities. And with that, I thank you again for coming, and I'll turn the floor back over to Mr. Kennedy.
Thank you, Hayden. First up, we'll have Tony Meacham, Chief, CAL FIRE, San Diego section. And you know the drill.
Yeah, thank you. Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you for being here. You know, we are facing an unprecedented crisis in the western United States and California with just this ever-evolving fire season. And I think in 2021, any illusion that we had that we were going to get back to some type of normalcy has been blown away the last 60 days. Most of the firefighters you see here have recently returned from Northern California, and we're getting ready to move into our peak fire season here. And I've said many, many times that the way to address this wildfire crisis in California is a village approach. It's not just the fire department's responsibility, but it takes an entire community. And I think the greatest thing that we see out of today is this interagency partnership. A lot of people wouldn't think about a water district being involved in fire suppression, but what do we fight fire with? We fight fire with water. And having that effective delivery of water, not only for our ground forces, but our aerial forces is key. And our partnerships amongst fire departments. I've been fortunate to work alongside North County Fire Protection District for nearly 30 years. Consider Keith a friend. I think you could change patches on our shoulders and you would hear the same message from Keith and I, and that is about doing the right thing for our community. But why is this such a monumental thing for us? We depend on our aerial firefighting resources to slow the spread of fire, and then we follow up with our ground troops. And what we've seen as the drought has intensified in California, that the usual places that we dip water from, our stock ponds and livestock ponds, those ponds are starting to dry up as the water agencies have had to encapsulate their water sources to meet state water guidelines. We're really limited now on where we can fill from helicopters. So this heli tank here is in an ideal strategic location for us and sits right in the middle of the footprint of the 2007 Rice fire. And so I'm going to let Keith talk about why it's such an advantage to our local community here. But it is an integral that we can have that rapid turnaround of helicopters. We want to be making a drop about every 2 minutes, right? And that's what we estimate on. The other, and my final point, what's really exciting for us is we are moving rapidly towards night flying operations. CAL FIRE will begin night flying next year out of our Hemet base. And so part of this is also looking to the future, building out our night flying capabilities. And one of the safety issues for the helicopters is they have to dip out of a known site at night. They can't just go into a lake somewhere where there's a risk of entrapment. So something like this that is a known site is going to allow us to do night flying operations. And when you look at the clearance here, I think that's the thing I'm most excited with, is being able to transition to that 24-hour water dropping. So with that, I really want to thank Tom and the Rainbow Municipal Water District. I want to thank Keith for his 30-year partnership with us. And hopefully we don't have to use it, but if we do, it's here and ready for us. So thank you all.
Thanks, Tony. Keith, you're next. Here's your coin.
All right. Hey, thank you.
Oh, man. Humble.
Oh, thanks, man.
He looked like a Baltimore.
He's a Raider fan. That's how they play.
It was Baltimore that was fumbling last night, buddy.
Sorry. You opened the door, man.
Yeah, it's a W. Just win, baby.
Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the North County Fire Protection District, our Board of Directors, I'd like to thank everyone who made this possible. This is an incredible resource to have in this area and something that will benefit our communities for years to come. For many years, you've partnered with Rainbow Water and with CAL FIRE. And this project is just another example of how good work can be accomplished with partnerships and friendships and with cooperation. Relationships are so important. I'd like to thank Rainbow Water General Manager Tom Kennedy, their Board of Directors, as well as Chief Meacham and their entire leadership team from CAL FIRE for helping to make this happen. We have a lot of wildfire history in this area. Of course, in 2002, we had the Gavilan Fire, the Rice Fire in 2007, and then of course, most recently, the Lilac Fire in 2017. All examples of the wildfire threat that we face in this region. And as Chief Meacham said, usually this time of year, in the summer and into fall, a lot of our local waterways do dry up. Our ponds, our lakes, some of the creeks that feed some of our local small bodies of water, they dry up, especially after a very dry winter like what we had last year. So to have a dedicated water source like this, a water resource, is incredibly valuable, and we certainly will be using it, hopefully not too soon, but I'm sure it will eventually see some use. So look forward to having this critical piece of infrastructure in our fire area. Look forward to the ongoing partnership and work with both CAL FIRE and Rainbow Water. And thank you to all of you for being here today, and thank you for our neighbors who were patient and supportive of this project as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, next up we have Crystal Jabara from Supervisor Desmond's office, and I'll try not to fumble the coin this time. Give you the coin like that.
Thank you. Thank you. And actually, I'd like to invite both chiefs up and Tom. And I will apologize now. There should be 3 of these, so each of you can have your
They
own.
might want to get you on the microphone so they can hear it.
I'll get in the microphone. So I will be delivering the other 2 to both of you gentlemen. So on behalf of Supervisor Desmond, my name is Crystal. I'm here on behalf of Supervisor Desmond. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to all the gentlemen standing there in the back and everything you do to protect lives and properties. In this state, other states, we really appreciate it. And on a personal note, I think the first time I met Chief Meacham was during the Cocos Fire, which I was in evacuee for several days. And it was very comforting to see those helicopters pulling water out of the lakes and dumping them close to our homes. Thank you for everything that you do. We have a proclamation today from Supervisor Desmond, and I will go ahead and read the proclamation. It says, honoring the Rainbow Municipal Water District, North County Fire Protection District, and CAL FIRE San Diego. Whereas the health, safety, and well-being of residents is of primary concern for the County of San Diego, and fire prevention, along with proactive measures to protect life and liberty, are a top priority. And whereas the Rainbow Municipal Water District, in partnership with North County Fire Protection District and CAL FIRE San Diego, have added to the protection of our region through Rapid Aerial Water Supply System, RAWS. And whereas RAWS has installed the first heli hydrant in San Diego County, a dedicated tank for providing clean, portable water for firefighting use. And RAWS is designed to help proactively combat wildfires and protect property and life. RAWS is vital in the protection of the more rural areas of our county, and whereas the heli hydrant, a 5,000-gallon water tank, is the first in San Diego County and second in Southern California, and whereas the intra-agency cooperation of the RAWS has created a system that delivers an unprecedented level of safety for our collective community, and whereas the County of San Diego is committed to recognizing and honoring those organizations who are dedicated to the best ideals of public safety, service, and the Rainbow Municipal Water District, North County Fire Protection District, and CAL FIRE San Diego are such worthy organizations. Now I have to take a breath. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the chair and all members of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors on this 14th day of September 2021, that they commend the innovative teamwork of the Rainbow Municipal Water District, North County Fire Protection District, and CAL FIRE San Diego for the commitment to safety and well-being of the community, and do by here declare this date to be Rapid Aerial Water Supply Day throughout San Diego County.
All right. Thank you.
Maybe pictures after?
Yeah, sure.
So, do you want
That's
to
great.
put that up there?
Set this right here.
There's a lot of whereas.
Thank you, Crystal. That was unexpected. From Assemblymember Waldron's office, we have Corey Uden. Oh, gotta give you one.
Thank you.
That's it. There you go.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And I just want to echo what Crystal said there. Thank you all to the gentleman in the back for keeping our state safe and going out and fighting those fires up north. Now, as we hit our peak wildfire season, we know we'll be relying on you and your families and your sacrifice, and we're going to be looking after you every step of the way. That's what I'm here to say, a message from Assemblymember Waldron. The job of a legislator is to make the people's priorities our priorities, and out here, the lives and livelihoods of the people depend on CAL FIRE and North County Fire Protection, now in cooperation with the Rainbow Municipal Water District, to have all the best innovative resources at their disposal. So we do have a nice little legislative certificate of recognition, but more importantly, you have a partner. We want to see how this works, and we will be able to take that back with us and show the rest of the state that we are fighting wildfires. We're doing so in a forward-looking way. So congratulations, gentlemen, and congratulations, and thank you for bringing this to our community.
It's Proclamation Day at Rainbow. All right, we also have John Mendez representing Senator Brian Jones's office. Oh, sorry, I didn't give you your coin. Hold on a second. I don't want to drop another one.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll do a photo later. Well, that county proclamation was awesome, so I'm not going to be able to exceed that one. From Waldron's office, thank you for doing it. I did bring three. One of the things I think if the senator was here, he would like to highlight two things. Number one, the collaboration between the three agencies is awesome between government. Number two, the innovation. That is where I think this is really coming to be impactful, is the innovation. We'd like to, sometimes people misnomer government and not being innovative, but we can be. We can be, and this is a perfect example of being innovative. So if the senator was here, he would, you know, give you a high five. He would give you a fist pump as well to each chief here. Thank you for doing that. And so I'm not going to read mine. I'll go ahead and just give these to you, and we'll do a photo maybe at the end to do a little photo op. But thank you guys. Thanks everyone for being here. And on a personal note, I happen to live in the backcountry. I live off in Hopatule Valley, so I am a beneficiary of firemen and working in the backcountry. So I see the helicopters patrolling my neighborhood quite often. The National Forest is my backyard, and so thank you guys very much. Each one of you, thank you in the background for doing what you do, keeping my house safe and every house safe here in San Diego County. Thank you.
All right, well, that's all the list of speakers I have, unless anybody else has any comments they'd like to make. What time do we have here? Oh, we're early. I told Keith to keep it short, but we had to call on the chopper a little early. But that about wraps it up for our brief comments here. I just want to again thank my staff, Robert Gutierrez, Isa, Steve, Ramon, and all the other crews that worked on this job. They do all the work out here. I just sign paperwork sometimes and mug it in front of cameras. So I appreciate all the work they've done on this. Robert, do you want to take us out?
Sure. Okay. We're running a little bit ahead of schedule. I know we want to do some photo opportunities here. We can move the lectern out of the way. But are there any questions from the media, from the public, any staff that we can answer? Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Is this going to be used just in San Diego County, or if it's needed, will it be dispatched to other locations?
It can be used at any location.
But the helicopters, I think that this particular tank, I don't know what the radius they would take from here. It would only be several miles they would go, because then there would be a closer water supply elsewhere. So this would primarily serve this part of probably within a 5 mile, 10 mile radius in that So that's why we need to get more of these put around the county.
So just some quick background on this tank. It holds 5,000 gallons of water. It takes about 5 minutes to fill from empty. Okay. It can be remotely controlled by a pilot in an aircraft, obviously. We can control it, and we're working on doing that manually through valves here. And then ultimately we'll be able to control it through a computer system called SCADA. It's the same system that we use to operate all of our water tanks, to turn on pumps remotely, etc. So as soon as a fire were to happen in the area, we may be able to get that tank full faster and before a helicopter even arrives on scene. It does have night capability, so the windsock that's off to my left, you might have saw it when you were driving up, that sock's eliminated with the solar light at nighttime, and there's LED lights inside the perimeter of that tank, so the helicopter pilots will be able to see it at nighttime. Any other questions? Okay, how about we take some pictures here?
Yep.
That work for all media?